Santa Claus is a god. He possessed powers of a deity. Okay? Santa Claus lived at the North Pole. St. Nicholas didn't live at no goddamn North Pole. Okay? Santa Claus goddamn flying through the air on a goddamn sled. Goddamn it, St. Nicholas ain't never even, the man who they claim was a saint, never flew on no goddamn sled through no goddamn sky. Okay? So when when you think of all the powers of Santa Claus, you can clearly see that he's a god. And now, let me come in. I'm gonna show you a couple of things. Now, okay, we see right here. You see, Santa Claus come from supposedly the North Pole. You see what I'm saying? His home is the North Pole. And you see right there what we call Scandinavia, which is the land of the scandalous. You understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to know what type of deities y'all is, through ignorance, you give reference to. You understand what I'm saying? When you think about the Vikings, these is the lowest of the low. They even lower than the Romans. You understand what I'm saying? These is barbaric savages. And when you look how many of them, scandalous words they done added to the English language, which is the Germanic language. People just don't understand that. You understand? Y'all niggas got to do y'all history. English is a Germanic language. So much of the language of the English is from the Vikings. You see what I'm saying? It's from the Vikings. So when you talk about Scandinavia, you're talking about the land of the scandalous. One of the names of the one tribe of the Vikings is the Vandals, who supposedly came down, Germanic tribe, and sacked Rome. You understand what I'm saying? Then another, they crack troops is called the Berserkers. You see what I'm saying? This is where you get the term berserk, going berserk. You understand what I'm saying? So when you think about all the scandalous terms that come from out of this region, and so when you look at the North Pole and you look at Scandinavia, let me give you let me give y'all a bigger map that we could deal with. I ain't gonna give y'all too much. Matter of fact, let me come out and then I'll come back in once I find it. You know what I'm saying? But this one is good. This one is good. This one is good. Where you deal with Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. This is what you call the Nordics. You understand what I'm saying? And then this Santa Claus come from the North Pole. And as you can see, part of it is Saturnalia. Okay, that was the holiday of the Romans. That was from the December 17th to about December 23rd. You understand what I'm saying? That was the Roman aspect of it. You see what I'm saying? And so you see, because they came to America. So you got to look at the mother of America. The mother of America is Great Britain. Okay? And so Britain was founded by the Romans. So when we say this shit is Saturnalia, that's exactly what the fuck it is, whether your dumb ass want to deal with it or not. I don't give a fuck. The facts is the facts. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you got the Saturnalia aspect of it. And even when they, and you look at when they Germanized the Roman calendar, you see what I'm saying? Because you had Saturn, you had Sol, you had Diana, Luna for Monday. Then you had Hermes, you had Jupiter, and so when they Germanized it, then that's when they added. You understand the Viking. The Viking gods. They added Woden, Odin for Wednesday. They had it Thursday for Thor. They took out all of the other Roman gods. The one Roman god that they kept was Saturn. They left Saturday alone, and they took all the rest of the Roman gods out. You see what I'm saying? So they was practicing Saturnalia in Britain under the rule of the Romans. Okay, and then you had after the Romans, then the Vikings came in. And so then there was a mixture. You see what I'm saying? There was a mixture of the Roman and the Viking. You see what I'm saying? And so the fact that they would name the days of the week Woden and Thor and Frigga, Freya, which was the wife of Odin, and then you had Tiwa, which is Tuesday, which was a Viking god of war. That lets you know that them deities was very profound. Okay, and then you have here where they came to America. They brought that shit over here to America. You see what I'm saying? They saying that Leif Erikson, which was a Viking, came to the up in Nova Scotia, so on and so forth. This is where you get Minnesota Vikings and the Raiders, and so you see how profound that the Vikings is even in America, because the British brought that shit over here. You see what I'm saying? So when I tell you, and when you looking at Santa, you see what I'm saying? There were many other. Let me come out so I don't show you too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to show you too much because that's gonna take away from the all powerful presentation that I'm gonna have for y'all on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be playing no games. Okay. Now, when you look, you talking about the other, preceding entities, because Santa Claus is American. You see, when they took all of the more ancient versions of Santa Claus, and then they didn't even, for many of them, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna shock you who was the motherfucker who was giving presents away. Because that goat, which I'm gonna do tomorrow, which they call the Yule goat. Then under the Christians, it became Krampus. You see what I'm saying? It became Krampus. The Christmas devil. And I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. But before that, it was the Yule goat, and it didn't have it didn't have no negative connotations to it. You see what I'm saying? But when they Christianized it, they gave the goat negative connotation because the goat was already connected to Thor. You understand what I'm saying? He rolled it through the air on a cart pulled by two goats. You see what I'm saying? And so, but then when when the Christians got a hold to it, and that's where you get your Satan and shit, and your devil and shit. You understand? This is where you get that. This is where you get a representation of the devil. See, the devil come later. The representation of the devil come later. It was taken from Pan, and you know what I'm saying, because they wanted to demonize it. You see what I'm saying? And so let me come down here and get into a couple of things. I'm gonna show y'all a couple. This is the when they brought Santa. You understand what I'm saying? 1881. You know what I'm saying? They illustrated Santa Claus in the Harper's Weekly. Before that, you had in England, you had Father Christmas. Now, when they say Father, that means God, just like Father Time. That's Cronus. So you got to understand that Odin is the representation of Saturn. You see what I'm saying? He's the Viking Saturn. So that's, they have many similarities between Odin and Saturn. So, like I said, many of these gods, because Santa is a god. There's no damn doubt about it. And I'm going to prove that before I get off of here. You understand? Santa is actually an antigram for Saturn. And see, a lot of people say Satan. No, Satan is an anagram of Saturn. You understand what I'm saying? Because Satan is nothing but pain. You got to keep in chronological order. See, if you skip and say Santa is an antigram for Satan, then you gonna miss all of the, the Saturn, the Odin, the Thor. You gonna miss that. You gonna jump over all of that and go to the end, and you gonna miss that. No, Satan is a motherfucking anagram, just like a Santa is an anagram for Saturn. You got to start with the foundational deity, or you miss everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out of chronological order like that. So you see that this is, but before Santa, let me come out. I don't want to show you too much. You know what I'm saying? We're going to say that. Hey, right here. See? Start right here. See, you see Santa right there. You know what I'm saying? You see Father Time with the baby. You see what I'm saying? Father Christmas, Father Time. And so you got to understand that Father in this instance means, and Odin is called the All-Father. You see, the Father in that instant means God. He's a God. Okay? He's not a man. This man, motherfucker, he knows what you're thinking. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. I mean, that's omnipotent. You understand what I'm saying? That motherfucker omnipotent. Listen to what the fuck they saying. So if you hear what they saying, the powers that this motherfucker possess versus the goddamn St. Nicholas can. And so I ask motherfucker, this is how I crack the Christian. You understand? Because after I show you all the powers that this motherfucker Santa possess, I'm going to ask you the question, what is the source of his powers? Is it from the God in the Bible? Is it from the God in the Bible? I ask any motherfucker, and see, I don't want you to play no motherfucking games with me, little Christian. If you're on this motherfucker tonight, and you got Santa in your shit, and you got motherfucking the Christmas tree, I'm gonna do one on that one too. Slightly, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give y'all the visual because that's gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna blow your mind with the visual on December 25th, but I'm just warming you up to what the fuck we dealing with, because the goddamn tree is a veneration of Odin. Okay? The tree is a veneration of Odin. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't say you're not participating in this fucking, according to the Christian religion, idolatry. You just as much a part of it as the motherfuckers you claim that's pagan. Shut your bitch ass up. You understand what I'm saying? And so at the end of all this, we're going to show you, because you talking about Jesus. Them goddamn kids don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking Jesus. If you make them go to church, then they going to church. But if they could come down them stairs and go straight to that tree and open up them damn gifts, that they'll stay with them damn toys all damn day and wouldn't give one fucking thought about no Jesus Christ. And y'all know that to be true. So when I ask you, who is the most powerful entity on December 25th, it's not Jesus, it's Santa, and that's facts. You understand what I'm saying? That's fact. And so when we look at why is he so goddamn powerful? You understand? They gave you that elixir. And so when you realize, hear me out, that Santa is Saturn. Okay? We'll deal with that Satan and shit on another level, because really that's Saturn, not Santa. That's Saturn, because we dealing with pain. You understand what I'm saying? We're dealing with Pan at that time, and I deal with that tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Once you understand